All right, guys, here we are. Welcome to the astronomy unit. I'm really excited about this unit. I'm excited about how it's going to work and how it's going to flow and what things you're going to learn. So let's just get right into it. I'm going to first take a look at the weekly plan so that you know what needs to get done every single day of the week. And you can plan out your time, okay? So here we are. Monday, you're going to get into some kind of introductory activities for this astronomy unit. So the very first thing that you're going to work on is taking a look at a couple of astronomy videos, and there isn't going to be much explained in them. They just show you things that are happening in the universe, and I just want you to see them and try to think about what's going on. So you're going to watch those videos. I'll show you where they are. And then I want you to fill out the before, during, and after graphic organizer. We're going to focus in on the before category. Your next job for Monday is to open up the astronomy unit graphic organizer and start to fill in information based on what you previously know or what you think that you know about specific questions. For both of those graphic organizers, if you put things in there that are completely wrong, that is perfectly okay. You do have homework from Monday that is due at 11:59 p.m. It's a 10-question fact or fiction, just kind of pre-knowledge questionnaire or survey, however you want to take it. And I'll give you the answers, and I want you to kind of reflect on that whole process. So that is Monday. Not a whole lot to do, just diving right into our astronomy unit. So have fun with that on Monday. As you can see, Tuesday and Thursday, you're working through an Explore activity called Fingerprinting the Stars. We'll talk about what Explore activities are. They're brand new, and they're going to challenge you, and you're not really supposed to know because you're exploring. Okay, so we'll talk more about that in a little bit. But as you can see, Wednesday is a no school day. So I'm not going to give you anything new. It's, really not a work day. It's a teacher workshop day. Okay. If you are missing things, or if you're far behind, or you want to spend that day working on the Fingerprinting the Stars, that's totally up to you. But it is a no school day. And then, as you can see, on Thursday, that Fingerprinting the Stars activity is due at 11:59 p.m. You'll turn that in through Schoology. And then on Friday, whether I see you in class on Friday or not, I'm going to go through that activity and walk you through how it works and things that you're supposed to pick up on and think things that you're supposed to think and processes. So either a video will pop up on Friday for that, or I'll see you and we'll talk through it. Throughout this whole process, it's going to be important that you take a look at those graphic organizers and fill them out as we go, and don't wait until the end. So Friday, I'm devoting time on Friday for you to fill in the during column of your graphic organizer, the one that you started on Monday, and working through some of those questions in the astronomy unit graphic organizer. Okay, so 2 due dates this week. You have the Monday due date, star, fact, or fiction, and then the Fingerprinting the Stars due on Thursday, and that's it. Okay, so I know that might not make a whole lot of sense without actually seeing it. So I'm going to jump into our new folder, which is the astronomy unit, and I'm going to open the Engage folder. Please do this in this order. Okay, you've got the learning target sheet. All right, this is a very, very big learning target sheet. Okay, it's still a little bit of a work in progress. Okay, so take a look at it. Some of its content, some of its processing stuff. So that is there. It probably will change as we get closer and closer to assessments. Okay, but that's there for you. But the first thing I want you to do is jump into this before, during, and after graphic organizer. So I'm going to open that up. Okay, and as you can see, it says watch the video clips first. They're 3 very short, very quick videos of phenomena that happen in our universe that we're going to focus on. So watch those. And then your graphic organizer, the before, during, and after is there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this, send it over to Notability, and I want you to fill out the before by answering this question. It says, how are all elements a result of activity in the universe? And when I'm talking about elements, I'm talking about elements on the periodic table. So every single element on the periodic table, how are those a result of things that happen in the universe? Okay, I want you to fill something in there. Okay, if you don't know the answer, write down what you think the answer is. And it's perfectly okay if it is completely wrong, half wrong, somewhat right, or all right. Okay? So that is the goal for this graphic organizer on Monday. Put something, a couple somethings in here during or for the before. And then as you saw on Friday, I'd like you to try to fill in some of the during. Okay? So that is the first graphic organizer. Okay, please again do this in order. Take a look at that learning target sheet, read through some of the categories over on the left hand side, and then do the before, during, after. The last one is this astronomy unit graphic organizer, and this is really going to, if you do this well and you do this correctly, this is going to turn into your like study guide or your review sheet for our end assessment. Okay, so again, our essential question is, how are all elements a result of activity in the universe? Okay, and we're going to work through this again throughout this whole entire unit, but the graphic organizer is a Google Slides. Okay, so make your own copy, and if you just want to type in here, if you want to send it over to Notability, whatever the case is, that's fine with me. But on Monday, I'd like you to take some time to think about each of these different questions. As you can see, how are all elements a result of activity in the universe? But then there are supplementary questions that all result or relate back to that question. So please go through and try to fill some of these out. Again, if they're wrong, that's fine, but that is a task for you to complete Monday. Okay? Otherwise, the last assignment in here, the last activity, is the stars fact or fiction. So when you open this Google Doc, you're going to send it over to Notability, and all I want you to do, okay, is go through these 10 questions and write true or false. Okay, so the first one, our sun is a giant star. What do you think, true or false? Just your gut. Doesn't matter, again, if these are right or wrong. Okay, so you're going to go through all 10 of those. As you can see, the answer key is there. So when you're all done, open up that answer key. In your Notability file, come back and mark them if they were right or wrong. Put in the right answer. And then, most importantly, I want you to kind of reflect on what you learned. Okay, so I want you to write a 4 to 5 sentence total paragraph that answers some or all of the questions down there at the bottom. Okay, so have fun with that. Hopefully you learn a few things. You can put some of that stuff in the during, right, on that graphic organizer. Okay, so that's the engage folder. So after Monday, you should have opened all of those things and worked on all of those things. Okay, the other folder that you're going to work on and open up on Tuesday and work the rest of the week on is this explore. Okay, now in science, we explore things. Okay, we don't know everything. We try to learn as we're exploring. Okay, so that's what this process is going to be like. Okay, so the first one the only one that you're going to see is this fingerprinting the stars. So you're going to open that explore activity. Okay, you're going to send that over to Notability, which I have done already. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time right now talking about what these things are. You're going to explore them and try to figure them out, which is going to make this a little bit more difficult, and that's okay. My suggestion is to read everything here as carefully as you can. Okay, so you can see we're dealing with something called spectra or spectral lines. You can see we have different elements and the spectral lines for those different elements, which is, for you to try to figure out. Okay. Now I am going to give you some direction and tips on how to do this activity, this assignment. Okay. So the way that this is broken down, okay, down below there are 2 worksheets. Okay. Worksheet 1 is kind of your reference. Okay. You're going to be given the spectral lines for 7 different elements that can be found in stars. Okay. Worksheet 2 is going to be another set of 5 different spectral lines, but they are for stars. Okay, and your goal is to figure out which of the elements are in the stars. Okay. So again, read through, make sure everything you're reading through carefully. Okay, you're going to fill out this chart based on the directions, and then you're going to answer these questions. Okay, now here's the deal. All right, some of these questions you're going to be predicting. Okay, or you're going to try to figure them out. Okay, like the second question there says, based on your knowledge of star formation, which you might not have any or you might have a lot, explain why all stars contain that or those elements based on the question above. Okay, and I gave you, if you don't know, please just try. Okay, but I don't want you looking this up. I want you to think through it. All right, and based on what you think you know, write an answer. Okay, so go through, answer these questions. Sometimes they ask you to make a prediction, and if your prediction's wrong, well then it's wrong, and that's okay. But that's kind of the process, and that's how this science class is going to work. Okay, we're going to engage you a little bit, and then I'm going to ask you to explore and try to figure it out a little bit on your own. Okay, when you're all done, you've got a 5 to 8 sentence conclusion, so one paragraph. I've circled a couple of things in here. Please make sure you use data. All right, so getting into worksheet number 1, like I said, these are the spectral lines for specific elements. Okay, so this is hydrogen. Okay, these are the lines for hydrogen. Okay, now what you're going to try to do here is match these lines from worksheet 1 to the stars on worksheet 2. Okay, so logistically, either you're going to be going back and forth a bunch, or if you want to split screen and have notability up and then maybe take a screenshot of like hydrogen, iron, and neon, and then go split screen and have them side by side, that's your choice. Okay, but there is going to be a lot of back and forth trying to get this to work. Okay, and that's your explore activity. Okay, you're going to get that done for Thursday night. Okay, 11:59 p.m. I will explain it and hopefully make it make sense on Friday. Okay, all right, so give it a shot, explore, have fun, enjoy astronomy. Okay, we'll see you this week and have a wonderful week.